So today I have another holiday video for you guys, and this one is so much more dramatic than the previous one. I think this would be better for like a holiday party or something like that. It's definitely a little less wearable, but I do really like how it turned out. The eyes in this look are just super dramatic, and obviously if you would like to make this a little less dramatic, don't do like the kind of like soft cut crease that I did. Take out like the liner and the falsies, and then you guys should be good to go. So yeah, if you guys would like to see how I got this look, just keep on watching. Okay, so to begin this look, I'm just going to start by priming my face, and I'm using my Makeup Forever Redness Correcting Primer. And the reason why I'm using this redness correcting primer is because I find that I get a lot of redness in the winter time, and this just helps to correct it. And then once I have used that, I'm actually going to be going in with the second primer, and I'm going to be using this Lumi primer, and this is just going to give a really soft glow from underneath my foundation, and in the end it's just going to look super glowy and natural and just very pretty looking on the face. Once I've primed my face, I'm going to be going in with my Tarte Amazonian Clay Foundation, and I'm going to be using this foundation today just because it is super full coverage, and in the wintertime I definitely need that extra bit of coverage. And then once I've done that, I'm going to be using this Instant Age Rewind concealer, and this came off a little like ready, which is kind of weird, but once I blended it out, it honestly looked perfectly fine, and I'm pretty sure I'm singing to a song here, so yeah. So after I have blended everything out, I'm just going to be setting my concealer with this professional, like, setting stuff. I don't know, and I'm basically just going to be using this to set my concealer into place. And I didn't really like this that much just because it kind of had a weird orangey tint to it, but it worked out fine in the end. Then just to set the rest of my face, I'm just going to be using this MAC Mineralized Skin Finish, and I think this is just like one of the lightest ones, whatever. And I didn't really use too much powder today just because I wanted to make sure that the Lumi primer would like still show through even with the powder. And then I'm going to be filling in my eyebrows today using the Dip Brow Pomade by Anastasia. Pretty straightforward, and then once I've done that, I'm just going to be using a spoolie and going through them just to make sure that they aren't super bold. Now I'm just going to be quickly priming my eyes using my Urban Decay Eyeshadow Priming Potion in the shade Original as usual. And then I'm going to begin by taking the shade Brulee or Blanc type, one of the two by MAC, and I'm just using this to set the primer into place. And then I'm going in with Kid by MAC as usual again, and I'm just going to be using this in my crease for my transition color today and basically every day, but whatever. And then I'm going to be taking the shade Faint from the Naked Basics palette, and I'm going to be taking a 217 brush by MAC and just lightly blending this right into my crease, making sure not to go on the lid at all, because this is what's going to give us that kind of slight cut crease that I'm going for. Then I'm going to be taking the shade Brune by MAC, which is just a very cool toned dark brown eyeshadow, and just taking an even smaller brush, going right into the crease with that as well to help to deepen it up. And then once I have done that, I'm just going to be making sure to blend everything out so that it looks really natural and there aren't any harsh lines. Then I'm going to be taking the shade Shroom, and I can't talk. And I'm going to be using this to kind of make the cut crease. I'm using a very dense synthetic brush to do this so that I can make sure that I get kind of a more harsh edge like so. And then once I have done that, I'm going to be going over top of it with this MAC Pressed Pigment in the shade Blonde Streak. And this used to be so popular and I love it so much. So I'm just going to be going over top of, what color is this? Shroom. I'm just going to be going over top of Shroom with that, just to add a little bit more glitter to it. And then to highlight my brow bone as well as my inner corners, I'm taking a mixture of the shade Nylon and Shroom, and this is like my favorite brow bone highlight ever. I love it so much. And then also, as I said before, just taking that into my inner corners as well. And then I'm going to be using my Stila Stay All Day liquid liner, and I'm basically just going to be making a dramatic wing. This is going to be pretty winged out, but it's going to be more of like a thin wing that's just like longer. I don't know how to explain it. Anyways, after that, I'm just going to be prepping my eyelashes with a coat of mascara. I'm using my Lancome Grandiose mascara. And then I'm going to be taking my 120 Demi Wispies by Ardell, which are like my favorite lashes at the moment. And they honestly look so gorgeous with this look. Then I'm going to be taking the shade Smut by MAC, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, by MAC. And I'm just going to be using this along my lower lash line just to help to deepen that up a little bit and add some color down there. Then I'm going to be taking this eyeliner by Urban Decay in the shade Black Market. And I'm just going to be putting this on like on half of my lower lash line, not going all the way across. And then I'm going to be going back in with the same mascara on my lower lashes. I'm struggling so much with talking today. Okay, anyways, moving on. After I have done that, I'm going to be bronzing up my face. Well, I'm actually going to be contouring right now with Laguna by NARS, and mine is super broken because it was a little sample size and I dropped it on the floor. But anyways, after I am done contouring, I'm going to be using my Baby Don't Go blush by MAC, and I'm using this to bronze up my face. And I'm just going over my contour along my jawline and on my temples. And this is my favorite bronzer. I love it so much. If you guys have fair skin, this literally is like the best bronzer because it's not too warm. It's like perfect. Now I'm going to be highlighting with my Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in the shade Moonstone, and I was feeling in the highlighting mood today, so I went a little overboard with this, but I thought it looked honestly really gorgeous in the end. And now I'm going to be taking my Becca blush in the shade Flower Child, and I love this blush so much. It just looked really gorgeous in the end. And then to finish it off, I'm using my Revlon, oh my god, my Revlon lip butter in the shade Candy Apple, just for a nice red lip. And then you guys are done. So yeah, if you guys like this video, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up, subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!